Hello, welcome to my new beauty series. Now, I have always done beauty on this channel. I just deleted the videos a long time ago because I did them when I was like 15, and if I can find pictures I will put them on the screen. So I have a lot of different types of content, a lot of different types of things that I enjoy doing in my everyday life. Gaming is a small part of that. I still love gaming, it's still staying, I'm not leaving, but I want to show you more. So you will be seeing a lot more of these casual content, beauty content. We'll do makeup, you know, for the girls, right? And the guys, if they want to be involved in that. But this is part one of a 4-part glow up series that I'm aiming to do. So over the past year, I took steps to glow up basically completely. Like, this is life 180. Right? Do completely the different thing. Now, ignore me if I look super like sweaty. It's currently 24 degrees in England, but my bedroom is south facing, so my room is like a freaking oven, and not even my fan is helping with that. So I'm really hot. I'm out here. That's why my hair is up. Your girl is sweating. This 4-part series has 4 steps of things that I changed completely and 180'd completely in my life, and I can safely say that they worked. Right now I have no makeup on my skin. I only have my sunscreen and, you know, the sweat and torment of the sun. Provided I do have a ring light, but I will be providing you with photographs throughout so you can actually see what I did. A quick disclaimer, I'm not a professional, nor do I even claim to be a professional, but this video is showing what I did over the course of a year, what I've learned about my own skin and my own journey, and by listening to creators and doing my own research. In the description you will find creators, especially most of them are on Instagram, creators that inspired my journey, and please support them. They have good information, and they helped me. Hopefully they can help you. I'm not affiliated, but it would be silly not to, you know, feature them for their contributions and hard work. Now, if you want to see how I got my skin from this to this in a year, and you want to glow up too, then keep on watching. So, phase 1, knowing the problem. Let's talk about skin. It is an organ, arguably probably one of the most valuable organs we have. We get caught up a lot in the skin and skincare and it being superficial and widespread, and we forget that our internal organs need targeted and sufficient care. So why does our external organ, that sounds disgusting, not get that same targeted care? Why is skincare marketed the way that it is? There will always be simple baseline things that everyone's skin will benefit from, like hydration, duh. However, if you are not recognising the needs of your internal organs, they can and often will react. It's the same for your skin. If you are not using what you need, your very sensitive external organ can be just as reactive. Looking after it is simple, optimising it is where it gets difficult because there's a lot to learn. Skin conditions like acne and eczema can be reactionary. I've had both. But it can also just be a chronic skin condition you have, and it doesn't make it less normal, doesn't make you less beautiful for having them. I have eczema, really reactive eczema, that will flare up depending on what products I put on my skin, and consistently, my legs are consistently dry and horrible. Love that for me. So, what happened to my skin? How did it get the way that it got? I had acne all through my teenage years, and breakouts continued way into my 20s, and I literally didn't know why. I grew up in an era where skincare wasn't really for us. It was harsh, and it wasn't marketed and labelled as they are now. The present is a real gift for the ability to learn what is out there and get results. Skincare really wasn't accessible like it is now when I was growing up. You had your clean and clear blackhead friggin' acid wash, and you had physical exfoliants and a hopefully cleansing cleanser. There was no technique ever offered. Like, you would read the back of your blackhead cleanser and it'll go, just rub it on your face, it'll be alright. No mention of how many times a week, what it's for, what it targets, and nothing. Not sausage. At least maybe I just didn't read it, but I don't remember that at all. I don't remember that at all. I used everything on the market that was targeted to clear acne. Harsh chemical exfoliants, harsh physical exfoliants, and ingredients that didn't complement each other like a wicked witch, just absolutely mixing. That caused reactions and breakouts. I used to pick all my spots, and it's left me with a lot of scarring, which thanks to this wonderful ring light you can't see, but I will shoot in daylight outside with my camera in a minute, so that we can put this together like a nice sandwich. Anyway, a lot of those products didn't hydrate my skin either. Eating away at my skin barrier caused me to be more oily, more clogged, and more sad about it. I just wanted that instant gratification. I was not willing to wait for products to work. I became addicted to buying more and more, which just caused more and more long-term damage to my skin, bank account, and self-esteem. Yay! So, I used to cover it up with heavy makeup and heavy filters, and I had done that for nearly 10 years. And also, I never used to protect my skin and wear like sun cream or anything like that, because it just was not, you didn't get told that you had to wear sun cream. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me later on in life. Once I'd had enough, I fell down into the rabbit hole of skincare and decided it was time to clean house and make an effective change. That was last year. I cleared out all of my old skincare and decided to reconnect with my skin's natural state. So that led me to phase 2, which was a big bucket of learning. Look, I got a skin infection. I'll talk about that later. My hair's growing back though. That's very nice. That's very nice. If you know, you know. So phase 2 was learning. The first thing I learned was that I needed to repair and heal my skin badly. I stumbled across a video on Instagram. I remember the creator now. I said in my script that I can't remember the creator. I remember the creator now. I saved him. Uno memento. Where are you, son bitch? Sorry, that's not very nice. His name was Matt Randon on Instagram. So he was talking about a skin barrier. Didn't know what that was. I was clueless. And what a damaged one looks like and behaves like. And it was really similar to what I had going on. He recommended barrier repairing ingredients and keeping it simple while your skin is healing. He recommended a range of products by Coats, which was the Gentle Hydrating Cleanser, the Gentle Hydrating Toner, and the Triple Moisture, I think it's called. They'll be on the screen. So the toner actually remains in my skincare routine to this day because I love her and I will never let it go. The repairing ingredient that was present in this skincare was ceramide, and it is present in each part of the each member of the crew. Absolutely, that's what that's supposed to say. At this time, when I started, I already knew about double cleansing, because if you know about makeup, you know about double cleansing, and that was originally one of the first skincare changes that I made all those years ago. But I was using something that I didn't like because it broke me out. So I already knew about double cleansing, but I kept using the product that used to break me out because I'm stupid. And if you're not new here, then you already know that. I was also recommended an SPF to protect the hard work that I was putting in on healing my skin. It was around this time that I found K Skincare, Korean skincare. Fantastic idea that, and it really is next level. I can safely say that. I was put on to the Beauty of Joseon Rice and Probiotic sunscreen. There was a deal on at the time, so I also bought the cleansing balm at the same time. For my healing phase, my skincare routine was as follows: the Coats Gentle Hydrating Cleanser, followed by the Gentle Hydrating Toner, followed by the Triple Moisture Cream, and followed by the Beauty of Joseon sunscreen in the morning. And then in the evening, it was the Beauty of Joseon cleansing balm, and then repeat the process: hydrating cleanser, hydrating toner, moisture cream. Very nice. My thoughts of each product. So for the Gentle Hydrating Cleanser, my skin was clean after. It was really nice. It's a non-foaming cleanser. I still use non-foaming cleansers to this day, and my skin didn't feel dry or stripped at all. It was really, really nice. The hydrating toner, again, she's a ride or die. She's still with me now. The only downside I found was that she's thick. She's a milky toner, but it kind of feels like a little less thick than yogurt. So putting that on my face in the morning I found I didn't like it because I felt sticky and heavy combined with the sunscreen, and I felt like I was like putting loads on my skin, but that probably really wasn't the case. Triple Moisture Cream, nice, very moisturising, non-greasy, didn't make me overly oily or make my skin freak out. It was lovely. Pricey for what it is though. You get a lot less in the moisturiser than you do in the cleanser and the toner. The toner and the cleanser will last you forever, but the moisturiser, The Cleansing Balm by Beauty of Joseon, lovely, gentle, effective makeup removal. And the sunscreen, I love the glow finish. She's a ride or die. I'm still using her. She's still in my collection. And I did this routine for like 2 months. The double cleanse at night, of course, and the sunscreen every day. And the difference was so evident. I will put 2 photos on the screen of back when I was covering up all my shit with heavy makeup and how my skin looked before, even without makeup, and then how it looked literally 2 months later. And that brings us to phase 3. This is how you do 3, apparently. I'm a very, very intelligent young lady. I mean, I'm not so sure I'm young anymore. I'm old now. So phase 3 was refinement. Refinement seems a little daunting, but it was all about discovering my skin type, my concerns, and choosing to invest in treating them. So I was trying a lot of products at this time. So my skin type is normal to combination. The reason I was getting so oily, and I still do get oily, but nowhere near, not even to the same level. But the reason why I was getting so oily is because I was using all these harsh treatments really consistently, like every day. And I wasn't hydrating my skin, and I had basically no skin barrier anymore. So I can't stress enough how important repairing the moisture barrier was to me. So after this, I chose gentler, hydration-focused skincare as the baseline of operations, utilising serums that addressed my concerns. My concerns were breakouts. I still get them now. However, my best options was learning to treat them effectively with things like patches to stop me picking at them, because I'm weird and obsessed with it. Pigmentation. My skin likes to hold on to pigmentation like there's no tomorrow. Probably because I'm the shade Casper the Friendly Ghost. It's not just like my face, my hands do it as well. Like this is an old cat scratch that I still have a scar of. I will talk about my hands in a mojo. Because my scarring's way different because of my skincare. I'll get into it. My third concern was premature aging. So I'm not that old, but I was aging. It is a privilege to age. We should not feel upset about aging. Aging is not something we should try to prevent from happening. It shows us that we can live longer these days. Aging brings with you wisdom, it brings with you teachable moments, and it brings with you an actual knowledge base, okay? Don't talk to me unless your frontal lobe is developed. That was really rude. I'm not that rude. I'm just saying aging is a good thing. It's a privilege. That's not what I'm talking about. I hadn't been careful, and I just looked way older than I should have, and my skin was paying for all of the damage. My reasoning for this concern was not to reverse it, but to prevent it from going any faster. Though a comorbidity of trying to do that has been reversing it, which I'll get into in a second. In order to refine my skincare to these concerns, I began to test products that matched those targets. For breakouts, I incorporated pimple patches. Everyone says it. If you don't want to buy expensive patches, just get the big old thing of hydrocolloid, is that how you say it, from Amazon, and just cut out what you need every time. Very good for wound healing. Anyway, they stopped me picking, which is the biggest thing. They stopped me picking, and taking down a pimple overnight was, peak investments, because if I see it, I'm gonna pick the shit out of it. The other one was I bought a benzoyl peroxide gel. It's okay. It does stuff. Not as effective as patches for me, but it was worth a shot. For pigmentation, I incorporated a niaciamide, so I used the Axis Y Glow Serum, the green one. I'll put it on screen. It was good, and it worked for the time that I used it, although it's weaker than the one I use now, which is more on that later, and I'll tell you what I've moved on to since then, since I wrote this script. For my last concern, I incorporated a retinal serum in my night routine only. Now, a small disclaimer, anyone younger than 25 years old, despite the absolute power move that retinoids are, they are not recommended for skin younger than 25. They are too harsh and often can do more damage than good. I'm not an expert, but this is recommended, and it's recommended for use 25 and over by experts. So go to a professional if you have help, if you need help, but don't fuck with your skin. Been there, done that. Cannot stress that enough. Also, don't use any retinoid if you're breastfeeding. Don't do that. Now, this is when I really started to see big change. I even started to wear less makeup, not feeling the need to hide behind it anymore. This change came in my skin and in my makeup journey. More on my makeup journey in another video. Phase 4. Build a routine and stick with it. Don't go jumping about. Now, as we all know, skincare can be expensive. So, because I knew what I liked the most, I knew what I could spend and invest in, and I found where I could afford to save depending on what my skin needs. So, I'm going to list the products that I use in my current AM and PM skincare routine. God damn. Step by step, in the order I do it, and I'll update where I've swapped, where I've saved, where I've added and changed the process or the product. Let's go. So in the AM, I start with an Aveeno Oat Barrier Cleanser. It's non-foaming, hydrating, barrier targeted. I swapped that for the Coats cleanser. I swapped that from the Coats cleanser because it's a bit cheaper. The niaciamide serum that I use, actually I used to use this first, actually. I am lying here. The niacinamide serum that I switched to was the Anua niacinamide 10 times TXA and 4%, whatever, the pink one. I swapped it for the strength, and it was for spot treatment only. So I only put it on, I put it on first so I got the intensity where I needed it, but I only put it on spots where pigments were. So if I had a spot that has gone but I've still got a dot there, I'd stick it on there. I wouldn't just be like, That does fall out of a typical skincare routine, but I would invest in that product. For overall kind of even out, the Beauty of Joseon Rice Milk Toner. So good for hydration, so good for skin pigmentation. It's what she has done wonders for my absolute scarred hands. She's a repeat buy. I'm on my 4th bottle. I wanted a light toner for the morning, something very light and not like yogurt. So I invested in that. She was an investment and I recommend her. I did just punch my microphone, so very sorry. The Beauty of Joseon Retinal Eye Serum, I still use this. I'm yet to find something less harsh for the daytime, but it's been nice to use it. I still use it for the daytime. Invest. It was good. It's very good. I like it. I also put it on my forehead, just saying. The Cetaphil moisturiser I swapped for more money benefit, because this bitch be big and she lasts forever. I was worried about it because it has avocado oil in it. I thought it would break me out, but it's great. I use it with my gua sha, however you say that. Massage for face. Very good. Lip balm, I tend to go with a tinted one for the day. Currently using the Emily in Paris Vaseline limited edition that I picked up by accident because I forgot mine, and this one was the only one on the shelf in Asda. I'm trying to open it. It's not going well. She also smells very nice. I usually use the Rosy Lips one. It's very nice. I don't even know what that smell is supposed to be. It's like candy. Anyway, I tend to use the tinted one for the day, especially if I'm not wearing makeup. That helps me feel a bit put together. But if I'm going to wear other products, like lipstick, I'll probably just put some regular huge old tub of Vaseline on. After my toner, often if I'm not using, if I'm wearing makeup, I will put on a hyaluronic acid serum to prep my skin. And just a quick change, if I am wearing makeup for defo, I will, instead of using the toner, liquid toner, I will use some toner pads. I usually opt for more hydrating ones. I've since got a resurfacing, kind of the Anua Heartleaf ones to try. I'll let you know, I'll update you, but I normally just stick them to my face and leave them on like a mask for a bit. I'm rambling all over the place. I might just restart this. My apologies to Edit and Rhiannon. So for the AM, for the morning, I use the Aveeno Barrier Cleanser. I swapped out my Axis Y niacinamide for the Anua niacinamide, the pink one. I swapped it for strength. It's a spot, I use it as a spot treatment only, so if I've got a pimple that's left a mark, I'll stick it on there. I put it on first so that I get the intensity where I need it. Let it sink in. I know it falls out of typical skincare routine, but invest. If I'm wearing makeup, this step is not here. It's a different step. But the Beauty of Just on Rice Milk Toner, good for hydration and skin pigmentation. If I'm wearing makeup, I tend to lean towards toner pads to prep my skin. I will talk about that in the makeup video later on when I talk you through a makeup routine. I will do 2 different makeup routines. One will be my sort of more natural everyday, and one will be my we're going out, put your good pants on makeup. Got it. But I'll use toner pads to prep my skin, so I won't use the rice milk toner. I will use the toner pads, which I've got at the moment the Anua ones, the Heartleaf 77% ones. I'm in trial with those, so I'll update you. If I'm wearing makeup, I will follow up with a hyaluronic acid serum on the face to hydrate my skin, and also I put it on the lips regardless of whether or not I'm wearing makeup. After that, I follow up with the Beauty of Joseon Retinal Eye Cream. I really like this. I've been using it for 3 months and I really have noticed a difference, and it's just all around very nice. Next, I'll use the Cetaphil moisturiser, the big one in the thing. I swapped for more money benefit. It's very good, although I was worried that it would break me out because there's got avocado oil in it, but no, it didn't. It's great. I've been using it. I'm on like bottle number 3. Lip balm, I tend to use a tinted one, and I finish off my AM skincare routine with the Beauty of Joseon Sunrise Pro, the sun cream. I like it. So in the PM, we finally got there. I use the Byoma, if that's how you say it, milky oil cleanser. I swapped out from the cleansing balm to the oil cleanser for cost. It's another barrier intensive product, but it can take some working to remove eye makeup if you've got tough eye makeup on. I follow that up with the same Aveeno cleanser as before, and if the eye makeup still is putting up a big fight, bit of regular old micellar water, I'll clean that right up. Now, a new product I've added is the VT Reedle Shot, the Seeker one. It's a new product that I use on alternating days, really. I don't really use it too much. It helps with the penetration of product. I will invest again. It's like microneedling for your face, but not. The Coats Gentle Hydrating Toner, again, I love her. That's what I'll follow up with. So I'll do the Reedle Shot on alternating days, follow it up with the toner. So I used to use, I'm reading my script here, the eye serum, retinal eye serum, as a retinal at night. I've since switched to the Seoul 1988 4%, which again I really like, so I like both of those. They're lovely, and I target that on areas that I want it to be, not so much just it's targeted. Everything's targeted. I used to use for my retinol the CeraVe retinoids. I used both the blue one and the purple one, and they're both great. They are truly both great. They were the first retinoids that I used. And then I finish up with hyaluronic acid on the lips. Told you I'd do that. I hate saying the name of this brand because it makes me feel weird. The Roche Posay B5 Cicaplast Balm, an amazing combination with retinol. I will always invest in that moisturiser. I wake up with such a glow and I just love her. I'm on like bottle number 7. And just plain old regular Vaseline for the lips. Overall, I've tried a lot of different products. And I can do a short on it. I will list products that I've used, whether or not they worked, if it weren't worth the bang for your bucks. If you want to see that, let's just go through some photographs and we'll play some music or some stuff of my skin progression over the course of this year, and then we'll come back to this. I can't believe it. I've done this whole script in 34 minutes. This video is going to be short as hell. So overall, I have tried a lot of products that worked, products that didn't. I did a lot of investigation. Again, I can do a short on that if if I can do a short on all the products that I've tested, and if they worked, if they didn't work, I will do updates in the future. Thank you for watching this video. I am open for questions, especially if you are looking at trying to glow up your skin. Creators that help me on this skincare journey will be listed below, as well as my own social links. So follow me on Instagram, there's more to come. Subscribe to the channel, there's more to come. Whether you're here for games, whether you're here for beauty or glow up, or whatever may be in the future, whether you're here for me, I'm here for you. So I'll catch you guys later. Oh, sorry.